see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Denver Woods, or as we'll say, 2 days to being a papa. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just, coming to you live from Colorado.
Oh, Denver's high as fuck. No, he's not. But, we're going to start a rumor. And the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Corey's with us. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
We are living the flipping dream.
Oh, wow.
How was everybody in the side chat today? Yeah, I appreciate you guys showing up. This was kind of an impromptu thing, but always good to to be with the people. The peoples. Anyway, let's see what we got here. We got Dr. Harley. We got my man Fat Glide, who just celebrated his birthday. So happy belated birthday. Mr. Bent Rims here. Let's see, Robert's here. Hello, Mr. Robert. Road Reality was here momentarily. Nice. Oh, New York Harley Riders here. Nice. Everybody's here. Corey's. Look, Corey's in the side chat. V-Riders in the side chat. All right. So, gentlemen, how you been? I mean, I know I talked to you guys, but what's new? Tell people what's new.
It's getting to that cold time of year where you got to dress in more layers if you want to ride and get out and try to enjoy stuff. It's not as fun.
Yeah, that's how it was here. I went to work the other day. It was like 42. Seats like all wet, full of dew, and then you come home and you got to take your jacket off because it's so hot. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike. There's my man. What's going on, Mikey?
That thing on a side note, I want to send my condolences to. I know some of you guys follow Chris Phoenix, but he unexpectedly lost his father-in-law last night. So,
oh my God, I didn't know that.
And so, my condolences to Chris and Heather and the family.
Oh shit! I'm really sorry to hear that. That's terrible. You guys got a chance to meet.
Yeah, it was fun. Met up with him. Jesus, I got him Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Friday. Yeah, there we go. It was Saturday. Okay. Yeah, I got down to Evanston, Wyoming, and met up with him. Went out and had dinner. Of course, he wouldn't let Amy and I pay for dinner. Bought us dinner. Kind of showed us some cool stuff in the town, and hung out with him for a few Sunday morning before we got back on the road. But no, he was a great guy. It was awesome. He's
a really, really nice guy. He just make sure. Well, you gave me your number now because he likes to call people and sing "Happy Birthday" like Marilyn Monroe. So just be aware not to answer your phone.
He is a good dude. But then actually stopped in somewhere else, some podunk town in Wyoming, and met up with Springer Mike. Got to see him for about 15-20 minutes, and
he's a good dude too.
Yeah, finally got to meet his son Jake, so that was cool. Hung out with him for a few. And
now, have you met him before?
Yeah, I spent the weekend with him, and the first time we went over to Sturgis in 22 for the old Hoka run.
Okay.
That's when I first met Jason. We all camped together for the weekend, which was pretty fun. Yeah, I met him a few times. Met up with him last year, this year.
He's a really nice guy.
He is super freaking cool.
That's awesome. So what's the plans? You got to tell everybody what's going on. You got some big exciting news going on.
Who, me?
You.
Yeah, I'm about to be a grandpa here by Wednesday.
Nice.
So that's why Amy and I are down here in Colorado Springs for the week. So that's gonna be pretty cool. We're excited.
Very cool. And this is it's your first grandchild then, right?
Yes.
Sorry,
yeah, first one.
I'm strangely amused that you're Denver and you're in Colorado, and then I made the jump to John Denver, and then I was singing Rocky Mountain High, and I'm sorry, it's my ADD is terrible today.
Hey, I'm 6,000 feet up on the Rockies, buddy.
You're high.
I'm high as fuck.
Let's make it worse. Spent the last year Rocky Mountain Way.
Take me home.
Yeah, country road. You seeing
Uh-huh.
pigs is here? No, the lovely and wonderful Miss Keltfire's in the house.
Oh, that's right. They made it. Now you can actually see the live chat on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Of course, that's
now
why
I
the
probably should
camera's
buy
there.
it again. I was looking. This is the first live stream I've done in 6 months, so you gotta bear with us. The camera's all fucked up, everything's all messed up. But
Yeah, I got to move mine so I can see the live chat. I've had been sitting here scrolling at it on the phone. I'm like, shit, I don't have to. I forgot they fixed that shit.
yeah. Oh snap! The thinnest man on YouTube has just arrived.
Fucking Big Smitty. They're gonna have to change his name soon to Skinny Smitty.
Skinny Smitty. He's made me make some really. I found myself making some odd questions about my life after seeing this picture, Smitty.
No, actually, Dr. Harley, today it was a Whataburger because I found that when I went to Texas.
Okay.
Oh, that's just damn good. And they got 2 of them here in Colorado Springs. So I did go have lunch at Whataburger today. It was good.
Okay. Yes, if you haven't had a chance, check out Smitty's video. It's really good. It's talking about the well, not going to give it away, but it's a really good video. And I'm proud of you, bud. You're doing great stuff.
Yeah, he's looking
Hey,
good.
man, progress is progress. Don't sell yourself short there.
Exactly. And what I thought the message that he had too is good is don't worry how you got there. If you're getting there, you're getting there. And don't, listen to what listen to what your heart says. We all have a different direction on how we're going to get places. So I was really glad to see that. He's got me beat, but it's all right. I'm going to go back to my birth weight. So it's going to get on.
Yeah,
So
you
Corey?
get down to 9 pounds.
Yeah, I was like almost 10. So, I mean, it's something. Right? Yeah. It's going to look really weird on my frame, but what are you going to do? What's going on, Corey?
Same old, working like crazy.
Yeah, robots are keeping you working. I thought the robots were supposed to do the work.
No, see, we make the robots to do the work.
So when the world ends, it's going to be your responsibility.
Yep.
Oh, I soldered the wrong wire.
We haven't made them sentient yet.
Saw an article on was it MSN, CNN? I don't know. It's one of the ends. Sean will know where it is. One of the military bases in DC is getting flown over by drones, and they can't figure out where they're coming from.
I heard
something about that. Yeah, they're not like little civilian drones; they're big drones.
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. We're living in some weird times. Really weird.
Yeah, technology is moving really fast. It feels like at times.
Well, that, and I was also reading, they mentioned in the article that there's some law with Congress that you can't shoot down a drone in the United States near, I guess under the continental United States. What's that?
I was gonna say it's anywhere. It's illegal to shoot down a drone.
Yeah, but yet they're spying on your military installation. I mean, it's not like it's a big white balloon flying across the country, and we don't.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do?
Hey, you trip and fall with a 12 gauge. Oh shit, I shot
it. Right? No, it's not Andrews. I want to say it was I'll have to look it up. But if somebody in the side chat knows, post it. But yeah, they're saying that there's these drones that show up every night, and they're trying to figure out where they came from. And some theories are that they're coming from boats in the middle of the night. I don't know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's Corey's building the T1.
Well, just fucking shoot them.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. I feel like we have some really strange laws, but that's all right. So everybody in the side chat doing? Everybody's still getting in some riding, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
YouTuber meetup. What are we doing a YouTuber meetup? What's going on?
I haven't done near enough riding this year, is what I know.
Yeah.
It was a really slow year for me for riding wise. I mean, a good handful, little rides, but just nothing near what has been the last couple of years. But I mean, it's still fun.
We did that 500 miles in a day with Frankie. He was trying to work. We were trying to get ready for a full iron butt, and then I feel like that was the only riding I did this year. I mean, I haven't, but it doesn't seem like that was the only real big riding I did. It's disappointing. The weather here sucked. we've had nothing but rain. I don't know what it's like with you guys, but it's all we've had.
Oh, dude, that's how the one had Monsters Over Mountains in August. We got rained on for the first 7+ hours. I mean, just an absolute downpour.
Yeah. How'd that
it's
make it out?
Langley Air Force Base.
Is that where it was?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
yeah. Sorry,
I don't quite understand how that could even happen.
You'd think they'd be taking them down because
You would think so.
it's an Air Force Base. I mean, they
Well,
kind of
yeah, I mean, you guys know my buddy Frank, Misplaced Motovlogger. When Biden's in Delaware, I think it is, that there's a no-fly zone that affects up to here. I mean, if he's in Philly, clearly there's a no-fly zone, but it's absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I want to say it's with a 2.5 or 5 mile range of an airport and/or military base. You can't fly around it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't quite understand any of that, but
kindler, gentler administration. You know, that's all I'm saying.
what's that?
Kindler, gentler administration. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I have my birthday is the day after the election, and me and Frank were joking that we were both going to take it off and sit in our basement. I'm like, oh, I have a birthday day at work now. Gives you your birthday off. I'm like, so I'm going to be in my basement because this ain't going to end well no matter what happens. I think it's just not to go on a political rant, but I will because it's my channel. I think it's really weird that we're in this state where no matter what happens, it's not going to be good. They need to reshuffle the deck, especially when you throw in a candidate that wasn't elected but now's in the election. I don't quite get that. But anywho, get off my soapbox. So Corey, how's your summer been for riding?
Oh, not bad. It was pretty slow to start, but last month and a half I put almost 2,000 miles on. So
nice.
Yep. Did a trip down to Maryland with Bikes, Beards, and Brews.
Mm-hmm. You went to see Jack the Whipper.
Yep, that was a lot of fun.
I've seen him, but I haven't seen him with Ben. I've been Ben keeps inviting me, and I never able to make it. What's up, Mike?
You got to go. It's a good time.
Yeah,
because I've been following Jack the Whipper long before I knew Ben was.
There you go, Brad.
Slayer man.
Pappy the man. So yeah. Well, we gotta circle back on that one.
Yeah.
So you got some riding in. So you did that. Where else did you go?
We did the Indian Larry block party.
But that was fun.
Oh yeah, that was just guys doing burnouts and drifting and just I don't know how many thousands of bikers out to have a good time, just hanging out. Absolute blast.
I bet he would have been one hell of a guy to sit around a campfire with. Just the stories.
Yeah. Seeing some of the bikes that they had on display in the shop is just like every inch of the bike had been touched in one way or another. There was not one straight piece or untweaked piece on the entire thing.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely
crazy.
Yeah, me and Rhodey been out doing a whole bunch of riding. We were down in Connecticut last weekend, up in New Hampshire this weekend.
Nice.
Yep.
How is Mr. Rhodey doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I see. He's still having. I see his. I was gonna say, but I won't. See his little.
Say it.
His big cock's getting everywhere. It's
all. Oh yeah.
Man's a menace.
He's a man whore. That thing really does get around.
Yeah, if you haven't seen his channel, we'll have to post it. But he has who is it? Foghorn Leghorn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Rhode Island Red.
Oh, is that what it is? I couldn't make the connection.
Yeah,
okay.
Foghorn Leghorn was a Rhode Island Red, so he's the roadie chicken.
Rooster. Rhode Island Red was a rooster.
Yep.
Yeah, let's not get in. You're talking to Papa Chicken.
Well,
you don't.
That's the president of the Chicken Racing League right there.
Yeah. Denver, where do we stand with that? We're gonna make that happen still.
Oh, dude, that whole thing blew up. That was some fucking funny shit. Holy crap!
We still got to get stickers made. We need to have stickers for a league that doesn't exist.
Get a hold of Frankie Mountains.
Yeah, get some Crash Inc.
He's
Chicken Racing League. Yeah, it's been like I said, it's been a weird year. We've had a lot of rain. Haven't really had a chance to ride too much, but it's all good. Been able to ride back and forth to work at least, so that's been nice. Well, when it
Yeah,
isn't.
the longest one I had was that bun burner in August, 1,535 hours.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Should have been a lot faster, but the rain really foobarred.
Oh yeah. I've yet to do a true distance ride like that. I think the longest I've done was the Maryland trip, which was 400 and change.
See, I was hoping to get the bun burner silver, which is 1,500 in under 30 hours.
Mhm.
So I've got a couple of the regular bun burners of 1,500 under 36, and put it together. It's like, man, I think it could happen. And then the rain totally said, "Fuck you." Mother Nature wasn't going to let that happen.
Hey, Chris,
No.
how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
But we stuck it
Yeah.
out, we still made it. So, still rode for the cause and the mile monsters, and that was
Mhm.
good. It was a
Nice.
challenge, and we had to earn that one.
Now,
we
how do you
came
guys
in
get those like certified and all that? Because I know you have to get certified in order to submit them. And
well, when I'm doing my distance riding, I'm running Spot Walla, and being an IBA Premier member, you can go to the IBA store. Once you do your first run, if you want to buy the Premier membership, it makes turning in your certifications. You can have it turned in 5 minutes. So basically, the form's kind of pre-filled out. You put your name, your bike, copy and paste your Spot Walla link, couple sentences about what you did, and hit submit. And with the Premier side of it, it goes in quick. And so, you send it in with your Spot Walla. They have, a couple different mapping programs. They actually, verify your mileage, because anybody, if you wanted to get into doing the IBA stuff, I mean, I'm no pro. I've done a handful of them, but what I've learned doing these, doing it with groups, is odometers vary. And so even though your odometer says, 1,510 miles, give yourself a 25-mile buffer.
Mhm.
Like one of the rounds when we did, there was 7 of us, in between 3 new Harleys, an Indian, my Harley, and Buddy's BMW, his new GS. We had a 76-mile swing on odometers for mileage.
I
Hang on
believe
one
the
second, Denver.
tire sizes are huge.
Chris, Denver shared with us your news. Very sorry for your loss, dude. It's really sorry to hear that. I know the comedians wish for you, and I'm around if you need me. I'll catch up with you a little bit, but just wanted to point that out, Chris. I'm really sorry. It's never easy. Anywho, circling back.
Yeah, no, doing the IBA runs, I mean, it's a lot of fun. And some people, I've got criticized. People, oh, you're not, I don't know why you want to do it. You're not enjoying it. You're not having fun. I'm like, dude, you have no idea how much fun I'm having. I mean, there are times that, hey, you want to go sightsee, you don't have to do it. But, I set up some of these runs, and I have an absolute blast doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Ouch.
Damn.
That's a burn.
Well, there's 2 things going on here.
Damn,
Very nice. Denver's sober and he still has a shirt on. So,
Right.
and he's got that big pro mic now. He's like, hello, ladies.
I got this big fancy mic over here. It's pretty special.
Oh, whoa.
So what's the game plan? I know, Corey, what do you know for your bike over the winters?
I don't know. I've been saving up toward the stereo upgrade, so
Okay.
probably hoping to order that over the winter.
What are you looking at?
That's a good question. I've been back and forth. I think I'm going to end up with the Hertz system from Volunteer Audio.
Okay.
I think they hit yeah. I've heard a lot of good about them. It's supposed to get pretty loud, and it's supposed to be pretty reliable. And as far as bang for your buck goes, I haven't found a whole lot to beat it.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm still far from decided on that. So,
Nomad, what's going on, buddy? So you don't run a comm?
Me, I run a comm, but I also live in the city of Worcester, where people like to blast their music. So screw it, I'll blast mine too.
Okay, that's fair. I just was curious.
I don't ever hardly use my stereo anymore now. I just have it on my helmet. It just works for me.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm running around in the city, I'm also wearing just a skull cap. I rarely throw a full face, so
I do that occasionally if I'm just in town. But yeah, if I'm heading out anywhere on the highway, it's the full face for me.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
Yeah. If I'm doing any distance or any speed, I put on a full face. But I got a 3-mile run to work, and it's all city roads. I'll throw on a
Yeah. I used to have mine used to be 0.4 of a mile, but now I got 18 miles.
What do you have, Corey? What lid are you running? Full face.
Right now I got a Shoei GT Air 2. Love that thing.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
It doesn't quite fit me right. There's a little bit of a pocket in the back that it doesn't make contact with the back of my head. That's my only complaint about it. It's comfy. It's quiet. I've had it for 4 years now, and
I've heard Brad, you got to get Iowa Hug Brad's comment.
Oh, jeez.
How
are you doing, Brad? And yeah, Doc, I've looked into them. They're a little out of my price range. That's the only thing keeping me from going to them.
So you run the that's what I'm looking at the Air 3. I've been trying to get a loaner to review. I'm trying to get my paws on one, even if I don't care. Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be great to keep it, but even if I could just get my hands on one to review, I've heard nothing but great things about the two. So I'm interested in trying it through.
It's got great airflow. It's really comfy. The price is really one of the only drawbacks of it. And you $700, $800 helmet, but
yeah,
what's your head worth?
Yeah.
I wear a medium. You talk about helmet sizes. I finally got myself actually measured, and I'm like right between a medium and a large with Shoei, and that's what I went to the medium and had to break it in really well. But I'll tell you what, it's a big difference because it doesn't bobble around anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think next year might be helmet upgrade time. Mine, I'm going on. I can't remember if it's 3 years or 4 years.
What are you thinking?
Honestly, I don't know. I like the looks of the Simpsons. I've always been a fan of Shoei. I used to run Shoeis, back my younger years, doing motocross and hill climbing. But I really not leaning any which way because I haven't really dived in down that hole yet, looking at stuff. It's just kind of contemplating on one more year with the HAC and then look after that or what. But it's I think they say what a helmet's shelf life is 5 years.
That's what Shoei says
about that. Yeah,
it's 5 years
on that time
for manufacturing.
Yeah, I just finished 4 years with my Shoei, so next season will be that time to start really looking. And I tried one of the Simpsons on over the weekend. That was a really comfortable helmet. I was really impressed with it.
Okay. I tried a Biltwell on for the first time the other day. It's a nice helmet. I may have an addiction, so I need to stay away from that. I really do want to try the Air 2 though, or the Air 3 rather, because the Air 2s are crazy cheap on Amazon right now too. Trying not to buy one. I don't know why. I like it now that I have the modular. I like having the modular, and I like having a standard full face.
Yep.
Yeah, I won't go away from the modular. I absolutely love it after getting one, and the next one will also be a modular. It's just convenience of it.
Yeah, I had a modular. I went away from it to the full face, and I like the full face, but I think I'm going back to a modular. It's the best of both.
Well, there's been times riding, you're hitting triple digit heat, and I'll just flip the whole front up and wears a 3/4.
Yep.
And
I think we say triple digit.
Still get the air and the breeze, and no, I think it's when it's cold, keeping it down, man. The face stays warmer, and I just got too many perks of it. It's like I ain't gonna go away from it. I really enjoy it and really like that setup.
Yep.
I had a Schubert modular when I first started riding, so like 12 years ago. I don't remember what model it was, but it never fit me right. So it was just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't have it that long. And the everything that I've seen with the modulars, Katie has the Neotech 2, and I tried that and I was like, oh shit, I'm sold. It's really comfortable. What do you think about getting Doc? Doc and Mel are looking at modulars. I use the modular for when I ride with Kate, and then I use the Schubert right now as my commuter helmet, and I got a couple IOM helmets too. I have an addiction. It's not,
Schubert is good. What's the other one? Sedici's supposed to be really good.
The Schuberts are nice. The only thing I don't like is the controls.
The other ones I've heard a lot of. Some of the guys within the long distance riding community really like the climb helmets. The
I've never
clients are making
tried
helmets
Yeah,
along with the gear.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
if I've
supposed to be
seen
really
one.
good gear.
I mean, their stuff isn't cheap, but they, from what I've learned when it comes to warranty stuff, I mean, you get in a wreck and you tear up the gear, you get a copy of the police report, you give it to Climb, and they give you all brand new stuff. Here you go, lifetime
cool.
warranty on all their stuff. So I mean that, they do stand behind their product, and I've seen a lot of people have really used that.
Well, your insurance should cover that too.
Climb will cover it.
Okay. Because
I
I
mean,
know, I know a
That's
lot
got
of
to be
people.
the best advertising they can get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, I survived my crash and they gave me new gear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll pay for it. I think their coat, I think it's called the Latitude. I think it's like 1,600. Pants are around 12.
Yeah,
they're cheap, but the quality. I mean, I've you guys heard it. It's good shit. But
I don't know if Olympia still makes gear. That's what we used to have.
I believe they went out of business because I had a pair of their gloves and I lost one on a motorcycle ride, and I took it off to open my GPS, and I put my hand up, go to put my glove on, and the wind caught it, and there went the glove.
Since I've lost weight, I've been looking for new stuff, and I've got both my Olympia jackets didn't fit, and I've got a really nice Harley leather jacket, but it's too big, and it sucks because things are so expensive.
I just got the new Joe Rocket. Shit, I can't remember the model of the coat. I bought it last month. Well, I guess from August. So 2 months ago. I really like it.
Mhm.
I love it has a double zipper. So the first one really zips inside. The second one comes over the top of it. So when it comes, like when I rode through the pouring rain for hours, my torso was dry. I mean, that stuff kept the water off. I mean, legs down, I was fucking soaked. But that coat was great. I mean, it was $290 or something like that.
Yeah. I've got one from, I think it's Wilson Leathers was the company I bought it from. And I've worn a t-shirt, a flannel, and that jacket in 32, 33 degree weather. And my torso was fine.
Really?
My legs were a little cold. My hands were frozen because I didn't have any wind protection on them. But
my last, really good riding coat that I bought was the Joe Rocket Ballistic touring coat, and I bought that 25 years ago, and I finally retired it when I got the new one, and it's held up. I mean, it's very sun bleached and faded. Some of the black almost looks red if you look at it at the right angle, but that coat has held up absolutely money for all the use and torture and hell and riding it went through. It held up phenomenal.
It's really hard to get. No, I shouldn't say really hard, but to get quality gear is the way to go because it lasts forever. I mean, I'm trying to think. I've had the leather jacket. Well, it's like for 5 years, but yeah, that's when we were down at Revzilla the other week, well, last month, whatever it was, they have their own brand now of clothing. Well, let me say this. It's only sold at Revzilla, so I'm assuming it's their own brand, but they have some really nice stuff, and it wasn't that expensive.
Yep.
I was looking at their jackets. I got to find something.
Yeah, I got a
cinched tight enough on the waist now, so it gets air up in it.
Yep, I've got an Icon, like it's not full on mesh, but it's nylon and with mesh pockets in it.
What that I think that's the Phoenix.
I think it was began with a C. Contra?
Something.
I think that was it. I still have it. I crashed in it. I was doing a track day and I low-sided. Went sliding across the track and it's got a few scuff marks on it, but for the 200 and some odd bucks that it cost, worth every penny.
I've been using my either my riding flannel or my California riding shirt from Tobacco. Oh my God, it's expensive, but I'll tell you what, it's a really nice. It's really nice because it's Kevlar.
Yep, I need to get something Kevlar that's lighter for the summer because too often I'll go in a t-shirt. I'll throw on a leather vest just to have some torso protection, but I got no protection on my arms.
I'm guilty of that.
The Beyond the Rider stuff is nice. It's not going to be good though for the heat. Beyond Riders.
Yep. I'm not going to wear when it's 90 degrees and still have some protection on my arm.
Yeah,
that's what I always forget, and I wear short sleeve shirts and end up just tan from the elbow down, elbow up. I'm just a fucking tomato. Yeah. I remember long sleeve shirts, Under Armour style or whatever, just over at least my arms. Yeah, I always regret it.
I can't remember what brand they are. That they sell them under probably 100 different brands on Amazon. They make like the Under Armour. It's just a sleeve that goes up your arm.
Yeah,
I keep a set of those in my bike for when I'm away. It's like, okay, it's really really sunny. It's really hot. Throw them on.
My kids used to use those all the time, baseball and basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
They got like an SPF of 50 or something, so they're at least as good as sunblock is.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, we were talking about that earlier. Dominic sells those. I have a Route 32 on.
Yep, I do too.
They're cold too. That's what's interesting. Like when you put it on, it's actually cold.
Yeah, it's like Under Armour. It wicks all the moisture off your skin and cools you down.
Got toasted. Yeah, the Baggers and Brews ride was not enjoyable this year.
That was a hot day. For what was supposed to be a rainy, shitty weekend, it was sunny and hot.
Yeah, the heat follows them. What was it? It wasn't the last one. Maybe
no, all three.
The one was 100 degrees.
The first one was 100 degrees. I remember riding in that heat. You guys had to duck out early because
oh yeah, my lungs couldn't handle. My lungs can't handle anything. But yeah, it was absolutely.
I damn near passed out on the way down for the second one because of the heat.
I'll buy your telephone, Paul. I was gonna take a picture, but I figured out that might be a little too rude. It was all three of those have been a good time though.
Oh yeah.
UCM Pigs was sweating pork roll. Come on, you got to admit that was the best. Just be honest, Sean. You didn't really care about the ride after Friday night. If you got your hands on that good New Jersey pork roll, Have you ever had pork roll?
It's better than the liquid sunshine.
I tried it. It was not my thing.
No. Okay. Well, sorry. We're gonna have to.
That was also the day after I almost passed out. So,
oh yeah, that's
my
right.
May have been a little off.
Yeah,
I will try it again sometime.
Yeah, it's good. It's Denver. You ever had pork roll? I probably don't sell it that way.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's good stuff.
It's New Jersey in the very close surrounding area.
Yeah, it's like Scrapple. You either like it or you don't.
I actually found Scrapple up here.
Hey, Riding Wrenches, how are you?
Shocked to see that.
Never heard of that one either.
You found what up here? I'm sorry.
I found Scrapple up in Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought that was again another Jersey thing, but they had some in the freezer case at Market Basket.
I'm surprised.
Jersey, the home of processed meat.
Yep.
Hey, look, we don't have much to live for, so
New Jersey, they eat what's left.
Yeah, absolutely. There was Q did a
hey, Riding and Wrenching's here.
Yeah, he did a review on the Neotech 3.
Yep.
It's a weird Q. We were just talking about that. It ain't not cheap about it, but damn, it's a nice lid. I think the showies are getting out of control though.
I figure for the amount of time I spend in it over the 5 years I'm going to own it, it's worth it. Like, spend the money on a good helmet.
Well, if
you don't ride much, I kind of get not wanting to spend a lot, but thousands of miles a year.
Even with the Neotech 3, if you purchase it and you run it for the full 5 years, I think it figures out to be like $16 a month.
Yeah.
Like that's, so I don't go to Dunkin' for a day. I mean, it'll be hard, but we'll get through it.
No, I think, I bought my Shoei. I've got probably 12,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Paid $700. What does it cost me? Like pennies a mile to ride? It's worth every.
Yeah, it really is. It's hard though when you look at the price.
Yep.
But then when you figure out a month, it's $16 a month. Like if you were buying something, you wouldn't even think about it. You're like, it's $16 a month. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
and on YouTube subscriptions. Oh
yeah, it's not. I don't know. I found once you go to the Shoeies, and not that the Schuberths are nice too. I like my Schuberth, but once I think this Shoei, at least for me, what I've run has been the most premium helmet I've had, and I've got I've had 3 of them over the years.
Mm-hmm.
They're They're really cool. You know what I found out? I don't know if I told you guys. So Arai Helmets U.S. headquarters is in Allentown. It's 50 some minutes from my house.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they didn't reply back. I sent them an email. I was like, hey,
Mhm.
you know, is there any chance to just come in and, you know, talking to your salespeople? It'd be cool to go through like their lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
They've got some really nice stuff too.
yeah, even if you don't want to give me a helmet to review, I don't care. It'd be really cool just to talk to their team.
No, you seen Pigs had a good point. Helmet and tires not the place to go cheap.
Nope.
That's a good point.
Helmets, tires, and I'll add brakes.
I,
Do not cheap on your brakes.
yes.
See, my thing, every time I change a tire, whether I'm doing front or rear, I
Mhm.
don't care where my brake pads are at, I put new ones in every time.
Yep.
Just because, I mean, for the rear wheel, you got to pull the tire to get the caliper. And actually, with my front fender, you need like another 1/4 inch to get the calipers off. So actually, you got to drop the tire down a little way just to pull the calipers on my 04. So
Really?
when I'm putting tire on, it gets new brakes every time. And generally, new wheel bearings.
I was gonna say pads cost a good set of what, $40-$50 a pair?
Last one I bought, I was able to get all 6, well, both for the front and the rear for like $35.
What kind of pads are you running?
I don't remember. That was a little while ago.
Yeah.
No, I think of those ones I bought on Amazon it was one of the motorcycle shops, Amazon store. It's like, it's not bad. I mean, everybody else, I mean, everything was around the same, but it's like, shit, if I can get all 3 sets in one shot, perfect.
Yeah, it's a good idea. There's I think it gets back to what we were talking about earlier too. It's like I don't feel like gear is one of those things you should skimp on.
No.
No way, shape, or form. Speaking of that,
mean-
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
You were
gonna say,
something.
having crashed, your trip to the hospital and your medical bills are going to be a hell of a lot more than the gear that you may tear up.
Yes.
The gear is worth every bit. I mean, and that's not counting your pain, your suffering, the recovery.
It's the old saying, dress for the slide, not the ride.
Well, that and I think, I mean, I've dumped my bike, but I'm sorry, I've dropped my bike or dumped it, but I haven't like crashed it, thank God. But yeah, I always see it as like it's one of those things you won't be sitting in the ER going, I can't believe I wasted $900 on this helmet. You know, if I'm alive, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter at all. Oh, you were showing us this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I went for a slide, I don't know if you can see that. Like, that's where my head smacked the pavement.
Oh,
Yeah. If I were wearing any, I mean, this is a Snell rated helmet. If I were wearing just a skull cap or something, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I keep that right there as a reminder. Wear your shit.
I mean, I got the same thing. Those from I broke the helmet in half on impact.
Oh, damn.
And had my whole head
Heels and
reconstructed.
ass. Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. I've always been that way. I think that gear's not gonna gears where the money, you know, that's where the money. It frustrates me to no end when you see somebody, you know, they go out and they're all excited they bought a Harley, or I'm just using that as an example. And it's like, oh, but I don't. It's like, well, what gear did you get? Oh, I don't have the money to get gear, so I got this $30 helmet off Amazon. Like,
Nope.
So you bought a $30,000 bike, but you bought a $30 helmet. Well, that makes sense.
I mean, granted, there are, a number of brands, and prices are going to swing. Anything you got Costa helmets. I mean, you can have a $600-$700 swing, but I understand everybody has a budget, but try to get the best that you can.
Yeah, and I don't think that
was a $140 helmet. It was not an expensive one, but it was Snell rated. It was built to, and it did its job. You don't have to spend a ton.
I think the whole, yes, and it's a good point. You don't have to spend a ton of money. I think once you go to a ton of money and you go into the premium helmets, it's more about luxury, right? It's about comfort and softness and features. But I mean, even an entry level HJC is a good helmet.
That is an HJC. It's $140 HJC, and I'll tell you, over wearing a cheap shitty helmet or a skull cap, that thing 100% saved my ass.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's like helmets, gloves, and boots. Like you just can't And the thing too, I never understood with the glove thing is that's going to be the first thing that goes out, right? If you fall, your hands.
Your
are
instinct is hands
yeah.
out.
I don't quite understand that. Sets are pendants. What's going on, buddy? Sets is in the house.
Jason.
A Tupperware bowl.
Tupperware bowl, some zip ties. Fuck, good to go.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's a good point. It doesn't necessarily have to be the most expensive thing in the store. It just has. Well, that and it has to fit properly. I was shocked to realize that how under or oversized my helmet was. Like once I couldn't understand why as my helmets would, a couple of years in, they would start bobbling. I could never figure it out, and that's because it was too big.
Yep.
So I went with actually, I think I'm between sizes on a Shoei, so I went with the smaller to let it break in. But so far, so good. It's a hell of a nice helmet. I didn't realize too that modulars are quieter than full face. I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I was reading an article today that they say the Neotech and the C5 Schubert are considered the quietest helmets on the market. Because something to do with the modular is the it's because right. It's sometimes it's just it's all about what works for you.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. But HJC does make some large helmets for us guys with big heads.
What size helmets are you guys wearing?
2X.
Okay.
I think I'm a 1X. I'm between a 1X and a large, depending on the brand.
Okay. Yeah, the C5 is sweet. Like we were just saying earlier, I like my S3. I just find the controls are the controls could be a little bit more premium, but I'll tell you what, it's a freaking light helmet. Mm-hmm. I've got that, and I've got the ILM carbon, and I don't think you feel much difference between the carbon and the and there's this reinforced with carbon, so maybe that's what makes it so much lighter. But yeah, it's a really nice lid. It's just like I said, the control surfaces aren't as premium as a Shoei, but the helmet, oh my god, the helmet's fantastic to ride in. Mm-hmm. The shield is amazing.
That was one thing I was really shocked at with the Simpson was it's lighter than my Shoei.
Yeah,
that thing weighed nothing, and I was.
Bell's came out with a new one too because I know Brad from Crash Inc. got hooked up from Bell, and because he's busted his neck, and so that new Bell that he has might be the carbon. Yep. He said it is so much easier on his neck because of the weight of the helmet and everything too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Look at Killfire's comment.
Is that why you hear voices in your head, or is that a different situation there, Kel? Yeah, I think it's especially now. And now seems to be a good time. If you get a Shoei off cycle, you can get the Air 2 or the Neotech 2 pretty cheap. Well, cheap's a relative term, but I saw one of the really fancy painted Shoeis on Amazon for like $400. The Air 2. I was like, damn.
I think I paid $700 for mine 4 years ago.
Yeah, because that's what they were for price. Yeah. I know. Yeah, because I want to say we bought Katie's Neotech 2 at Revzilla. I want to say it was like $7.99. We got it. Those things are no joke. Yeah, Q. That's the thing. The Neotech 2s are a fantastic deal. They flew out of the store. Really fast. I'll tell you what, at USC Pigs, the C5 is a really nice helmet. I would try that, and I would try the Shoei on, but I tried the C5 on in the store. It's really nice, and it's they make some nice stuff. They don't make as many accessories though as Shoei does, which is kind of weird. They don't make a lot of shields, which I don't know. I'm kind of a shield nerd, but DDK is here. What's going on, DDK? Wheel of Fortune must be over.
Father Time himself has entered the building.
Wait, DDK?
I know. Hashtag really? Stop elder abuse.
DDK, I didn't realize you had a C5. That's interesting. What are your thoughts on it? Curious to see. I'm trying to get one, but the like I said, the S3 is sweet, but I've I've heard a lot of really good things about the C5. Did you see they got a whole new paint scheme? They have a globe one. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's the thing, Q. That the shields scratch really easy. We both run mirrored shields now, and I love them. But yeah, you got to be careful with them.
The only problem with a mirrored shield for me is I ride enough at night where they're just too dark. And
yeah, well, you can swap it out. I mean, you have a tour pack.
yeah, but I don't carry a spare shield. Like I just have whatever's on it, and I go.
How do you not carry a spare shield?
I wear sunglasses, and then I flip down the internal sun visors.
Okay, I'm just giving you a time. See, my problem is my eyes are so sensitive. I have the mirrored shield, and I wear mirrored sunglasses underneath it.
Yep. Well, that's why I double up with the internal sun visor. Like that's a requirement for each helmet.
Yeah,
I've done that even when the sun's so bright. You got the inside sun visor down and sunglasses on and the visor down.
We were riding home from New Hampshire the other night, and the sun was really low in the sky. And I was still squinting through both.
Yeah, it's that's another thing, Q, I saw too. That Shoei keeps changing the comm system. So every time you buy a new helmet, you got to buy a new comm. Rat bastards. And Schubert's got that thick neck thing. It's really hard to run anything but hers. But
that integrated comm system though is pretty slick.
Oh, for the Shoeis, yeah. I like
the hanging off the sides. There's nothing to.
Well, and that's the thing that I like too with the built-in with the Schubert is that it cuts all that wind noise too, right? Because it's built into it. It's the only downside though is then you're kind of stuck with what they sell.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty. I mean, I've been running Lexans forever, and plus, I love the little flashlight on the new one, especially riding at night. You want to find something in your saddlebags, you just hit the back of it, and it's got the flashlight on the G16s, and it lights up stuff pretty fucking well. That way, if you're digging through, your hands are free. You got the flashlight on it, and their noise cancellation is fucking impressive. There have been times I'm flying down the highway at 80, 90 miles an hour. I've called my dad, and he thought I was sitting in my house.
I mean, I've been running. What's the brand? Not Cardo, the other one. Senna's for close to 10 years, and I don't know. Their noise cancellation seems strange lately. Something's up with it.
Frank and I both have 50S's. We couldn't get them to work when we were riding together.
Yep. I can get them to work, but
get it to turn off.
50 or 60, like if you're at or below that speed, voice comes through crystal clear. You go above that speed, the noise cancellation starts messing with the voice, and you cannot hear who you're talking to.
Have you closed the vent on your chin visor?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I had that a little bit, and when I close the vents, I mean, I don't have any problem. But the other thing that I really love about the Lexans is you can get the G16 for $160.
Yep.
And the battery life is fucking phenomenal.
I've heard nothing but great things about Cardo. I'm trying to get my hands on one to try. I think it would be cool. The only thing I don't like though is you're paying that. Well, if you buy a new Harley, you can use Cardo with their built-in system. But the new ones, the old ones only allow you to use Senna to get full stereo and everything, which sucks. Yeah. That's what you get for paying the Harley tax.
Anyway, so
what's that?
I said I don't use that system anyway. I have them separate. I have the communication and then I have the stereo just through the bike. So
okay.
But I don't have the fancy head unit that does everything else. I've got the most basic one. Doc gave me I can't remember which one, but it's the upgraded one from what I have. That'll go in when I do my stereo upgrade.
Yeah, I like having Apple CarPlay because it's live maps. Because the Harley one is just it's kind of a waste, right? Because the maps but either way, you can CarPlay, right? Or Apple Android Auto or whatever else it's called.
Yeah, I don't think only the newest Harley radio supported Android Auto.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't think the older ones did. I think they only do Apple CarPlay.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
Hey, Hellfire, don't be using his code. I got one too, although I didn't publish it. Use Ben's code. Go support Ben. He's a lunatic, but yeah, the
grinds my gears.
I missed that. He needs to do more of those.
That was a good series, but I realized why he dropped it. So
No, it definitely makes sense, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
The yeah, I don't know. They I know Q was saying in his review, it's the buttons and stuff with the built-in ones are definitely smaller. Like if you're not using voice commands, it's tough. The
I don't know. Like on my, it's out in the garage right now, but on my Shoei, it's got 3 good sized buttons right here on the side of your chin.
okay.
Like they're
Trying to
I'd
think.
argue they're almost better than the Senna 20 that I have.
Yeah, the Schuberth buttons aren't bad. It's the only one I've ever tried with the built in, but I've been using the just using Siri because it's just easier. Because once you get used to it, especially the newer Siri, it's a lot easier. But
Yeah.
I also like having
sometimes.
switches on my bike that integrate, which is kind of why I've stuck with the Senna for the bike. Because if you can't, I like that I can change the volume and everything else. It's a lot easier, especially with the capacitor comm and so forth.
Hey Q, I thought Google owned Android. Why aren't they supporting it?
I don't
Google
think
isn't
they do
supporting
they?
Android Auto. Yeah, the Cardo has that side dial. Yeah, Kel, I'm with you. I never liked the wheel of the Sen. I still don't because
Yep.
you have a tendency of bumping it with your shoulder because there's a clear shot at it. Yeah, I mean the nice part is that, like you said, Fekla, I think the integrated comm is the first one I've ever had. I really like the concept, but I guess it really doesn't matter it does matter for the Harley because you have to have a Harley firmware headset for it really to work right. But it's I think the built-in comm's cool. It's a shame they don't make them for both though. Like you can't get a Senna or a Cena. You just have one choice depending on what everybody seems to be going Senna for their helmets, which I think is a little disturbing. But
Yeah, one person's preference. What works for them, what they like, what they're familiar with and comfortable with.
I mean, Senna's been around a long time. They were one of the originals, so
I've heard a lot of
makes sense. They own so much of the market.
Yeah, I heard a lot of bad things with the 50S dying in water. Knock on wood, I haven't had that issue yet, but
yeah, no, I've got my 20S and I've got is it the SRL2 or whatever the built-in for the Shoei?
Yeah, the small one. Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't have a stereo, isn't it? Yeah, Fat Guy doesn't have a stereo on his bike. Come on, man. I mean, if you don't have a fairing on your bike, are you really trying, Fat Guy? Just ask.
We can strap just a little boombox to his handlebars. It'll work.
Yeah,
yes,
they got all kinds of nice
batteries.
Some zip ties. I can make it happen.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like anything, right? It's everything has its pluses and minuses to it. It's I do like the built-in thing. I think it's cool, but like Q said, if you buy the helmet, you could potentially be stuck with the comm, and it's done after the after those 5 years. It's weird too because they're changing. They do that with the visors too. You can never carry your visors over, which I think's stupid.
Well, it's also what does your friend group use? Like, it's not just
and that's the other thing.
What your helmet is. It's what all my friends run Sennas, so we use Sennas. But if everyone else has a Cardo and you have to buy a Senna because of your helmet or your bike, that's a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
I didn't realize that. Q, do you still get stereo with whatever you use? Because that's the problem I had with mine. The when you use the Schuberth built-in comm on the GTS, you don't get stereo. You only get mono from one ear, and it sounds horrible. Which I was disappointed. I wouldn't mind mono, but not mono in one ear. You can use it, and it gives you stereo. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Now I have to go buy a new bike.
Gonna finally going back to a street glide. I
could, you don't know. I was thinking about going back to a street glide, and the first video is why the road glide sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, Dallas over there, he just wants to jam some Huey Lewis and get a new drug.
He needs a growth drug. Grow up a little bit. You got to get more than 3 apples high.
Dallas is the embodiment of its hip to be square.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the mesh thing is weird because it only works with the mesh only works with per brand. So if you have to Senna and Senna or Jakarta, that's really cool. I appreciate you saying that. I did not know it wasn't locked down. That's because that Harley tax is no fucking joke. Because the Sennas are nice, but would I have bought them if I wasn't forced to? I don't know. But
yeah. And the Harley Sennas are like an extra $100 over the regular Sennas, aren't they?
I don't honestly recall because when we bought our bike and they were telling us that we'd have to go to wireless or whatever, we just went to it. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you how much it cost. It was cheaper than the bike, so I didn't really look. But then you have to have the WIM, which sucks. Where the new bikes, you don't have to have the WIM, which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What year bike do you have, Corey? I can't remember.
Me?
Anonymous is here. What's going on, buddy? What's that?
2015.
Okay. I don't know if you guys remember it in the side chat. Doc probably does, but in 2020, when Harley released their bikes, their touring bikes, they had a cellular hookup that you could connect your phone to and find out how much gas it had. It would tell you about the security system and all this other stuff.
Oh, jeez.
When I went to put my headlight in this morning or over the weekend, I had to relocate the damn thing. So what the hell is this? Why does it have an MEI number?
Just take that and throw it in the trash.
What's that?
Just to take that and throw it in the trash.
From what I've heard, though, if you take it off, it starts throwing all kinds of codes. So I kind of just shoved it in the back and hope it doesn't, do something stupid. But see, all you need is
lame.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, that's really interesting. I don't know why they. Well, I guess they don't push it that much. But yeah, right, Doc. And if I remember correctly, that connected app, the service lasted 6 months, and they did away with it because that's really funny. But I thought it was really funny to find the cellular connection in the bike when I took it apart because I had forgot all about that. Crazy times.
It's like a 3-year trial, and you have to pay $20 a month for it.
For what?
I think my car has that. It's like you get like a 3-year trial from the manufacturer, then you got to pay $20 a month for it, and I'm not paying $20 a month for it.
The Katie has the Ford Connect on her Escape,
yep.
And it's I think it's free for the life of the vehicle. That's pretty cool. We didn't even know we had it, and then we were like looking at the manual. Oh, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only you can unlock your car and start it from your phone and set up scheduling. It's pretty neat.
Yep.
But
some of the conveniences can be nice. I just we like on Amy's car got the remote start on the fucking fobs, and it is nice, especially in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. I love that remote start on my car. Mm-hmm. Corey's going to make the robots for the next Harley. It's going to put your gas in, and the alarm comes out. Oh, come on, man. I'm not reading the manual or instructions. It's more fun that way.
But only if you have a real Harley. No sports duresses.
What's wrong with sports duress?
Everything.
Okay.
Solid.
Sports duress gets no love. It's a nice bike. I mean, I look like a bear on a bike riding it, but still pretty cool. Oh, you seeing pigs as a Subi dude. He's got a whoa. You got
Dude, that video was priceless, Brian.
That was one of the funniest things.
I have to do another one. I have to do like I was thinking about one on like how to park your Harley, or like something really fun. That video triggered too many damn people. Maybe I should make one on how to gas up your Road Glide. See what's different.
How to take your CVO to the dealership.
There you go.
Hey, just ask Setzer.
Savo.
The Sevo.
Savo. It's a Savo.
That baby went through hell and still finished.
Bring back. Oh no.
He finished with a busted shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's insane. Like to push on through that after fucking crashing and breaking your shoulder.
The tour pack was trash. Windshield was broken half. You had like half a windshield, and Plus,
See how
bruised
great
up ribs and
Yeah.
shoulder, and kept going. Said, I'm going to fucking finish what I started. Not
That is one ton. Wow, that is one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, holy hell.
Yeah, Jason's an excellent. If you guys didn't hear this, Cesar Pendants did the Hoka Hey. Before I screw it up, Denver, what's the Hoka Hey exactly?
Yeah, it's the ultimate of motorcycle endurance challenges. It's 10,000-mile endurance motorcycle challenge. You can finish short as 10 days, and time can go more, but generally most people want to try to finish, say that 10 to 14 day window would be what they call an elite rider. I don't know all the details that go into exactly the elite rider finish, but it is the ultimate of challenges. I mean, you have to sleep with your bike. There's no hotels, turn by turn, handwritten directions. If you miss a turn, you got to go back to the turn that you missed. If you get a, speeding ticket, any, performance awards, you're disqualified and you're out.
Really?
No auxiliary fuel tanks allowed, stock gas tanks only, and there's a few more rules, but it's what, separates a lot of people that think, oh, I can do this. Well,
yeah,
those guys that can finish that, and gals, because it's no easy feat, and it was impressive. I mean, Shell Federson, I think she finished 5th, which is the highest finish of a woman.
Damn, Dallas.
Monkeys.
Yeah, it's a pretty severe challenge to take on, but if you can get through and finish it, man, you're a badass.
Yeah, finishing it alone is insane. Finishing it with a busted bike and a busted shoulder, that's next level shit.
Well, Jason's next level. Jason is
fucking Wile E. Coyote took him out.
Human being.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great dude. He really is.
We had Bradley Thomas. I think he was Alabama somewhere. Hit a deer, totaled his bike. He was held up for a couple days waiting. He bought a new bike, took everything off they stripped the old one, put it all in the next one, and he kept going and finished. Bruised and battered, but I mean, he was in better shape than Jason.
Yeah.
Buck Riot, his bike died, his brand new one, like the day before the event started, and he went and bought a brand new bike and had to switch everything over.
Oh, jeez.
Or it was 2 days before because he had to break it in and then take it back for the service.
You gotta love a guy that's that dedicated. He just buys an air bike.
So would he just pull a 1K in a day and then go do a 10,000-mile endurance ride?
Yep.
That's insane. Those guys are...
He's gone through 3 bikes this year. He's on the 3rd one.
Holy shit.
It's crazy.
The other one, 99,000, lost the motor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, give me nothing. And he didn't have time. I don't know how the deal worked out, but he had a warranty, but like, well, it's going to take some time to get this warranty stuff figured out. He's like, I don't have time for the warranty. If I can give me the bike.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's
I mean, warranty stuff can take forever.
Cal Fire, guy that did it on there was a couple guys that did it on a soft tail, but I think the one you're thinking of was Hyde he's a boost fighter out of Texas. He did it on his 48 panhead. Hardtail.
He did that on a hardtail?
He did it on a hardtail, and I think he came in at I think he was 15 days on a fucking hardtail.
Holy shit. That's
absolutely insane.
This was his 3rd attempt at running it. He 2020 he made it like a day and the bike crapped out. 22 I think he made it was 4,000 to 5,000 mile range, I want to say, and it crapped out. And then he went through the entire bike this year and he fucking finished it on the fucking hardtail on that 48 pan.
That's impressive.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's some next level shit right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how that could be done. That's
Hyde is a badass. I mean, that guy wins the fucking title.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
It's a fun event to follow. I mean, I got to know it years ago, and even Amy and I, the whole family of people that really get into it. I get home from work, got my iPad, the tablet set up, checking everybody's trackers because everybody runs a fleet tracker, so you can pull up the main page and zoom in and see where people are at, so you can follow along through all their trackers and everything. And it was pretty fun. It's addicting.
Yep. I remember I was watching Sensor Pendants because it was after his wreck, and he was somewhere out Colorado-ish area. I don't know where. And he was like on this exit ramp, and he was just stopped there. I'm trying to figure out what the hell he was doing. Finally, he took off and kept going. But he sat there for like 10 minutes. I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if he thought he was lost or what, but
Yeah, 'cause I know, I heard a lot about, the mapping. Like, God, what was it? They said the first leg, the turn-by-turn directions, it was 7 pages long. Because you had like Shell Fedderson the finished. It was after the Hoke finish. Her, Michael Wrongway Lamb, plus Loco, they all came down to my house for the weekend afterwards because we had the Monsters Over Mountain. So everybody was down there Thursday and Friday and hanging out and, getting to hear the stories personally. We're all sitting around the fire and hearing some of the stuff. And because to me, I think the biggest challenge from what I've heard and, just I'm intrigued by it. I'd love to try it, but it's following those directions, I think would be the hardest challenge. Riding it is of course a challenge, but trying to understand the directions and not fuck up. But
Yeah,
everybody
that would be my biggest
fucks
thing.
up, but yeah.
Well, especially like where you're restricted to no electronics. Once you screw up the directions, how do you get back to where you're supposed to be?
Well, there's on them. It could say, you're riding highway from this, what I've been told and seeing a couple of the pages, like turn right on Highway 10 for less than 50 miles and turn onto US 50. Well, you're going, less than 50 miles. So, some of the riders like Shell told me this wrong way. They'll take one of their trip meters every time you make a turn. You reset that trip meter. Well, if you're at 55 miles, you're supposed to turn less than 50. You fucking went the wrong way. You missed your shit. And turn around and backtrack.
Yep. I mean, do they just carry maps of the entire?
No, it's
so that they can figure out their way back, or
turn by turn direction. No, you got to go back down the highway you're on to find the turn to the next highway. It's not a map.
That's what I'm saying. Say you were supposed to turn off onto 50 and you kept going.
You got to go back.
You got to figure out, oh shit, this is where I am. This is how I got to get back to 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even Riot, he made one of those turns. He went 100 something miles too far. Realized, oops, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it's not. Doc thinks we should start with a 1K followed by a 10K, and we'll get Duncan to sponsor it. That'd be all right.
Yep.
Speaking of Duncan, it's officially basic bitch season in the coffee.
It's also Han Solo season. You haven't seen that one?
No.
I saw it, but I don't remember.
The chicks with the black leggings, the white shirt, the vest, and the Ugg boots.
Yeah, Doctor, there was a lot of wrong turns, down in Florida, especially down by the Keys. A lot of people were making wrong turns and shit. There was somebody go through the hurricane actually hit a fucking alligator on the highway.
That would be a good story, though.
Somebody hit an alligator?
Yeah. Well, they were, some of the guys tell me, they had water up over their floorboards as they're riding because, they were going through the middle of the fucking hurricane that was coming in. And yeah, there was somebody hit a fucking alligator.
Can you imagine calling your insurance company? Wreck the bike. What happened? Hit an alligator.
Yeah.
You'd have to get like a picture of the alligator to prove it. Pretty fun.
Right. Check your phone.
Check my phone with me. Hang on.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, this year, you had old Jason with a coyote. I know somebody hit a turkey.
I'm on my Mac. I can get my messages. Give me a second.
Fucking couple deer, a coyote. I heard somebody had a super close call with a moose too. Which that would be scary as shit.
Yeah. That's like hitting a truck.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the crazy thing though with a moose is they're the only animal in like the deer antler family. Their eyes don't reflect headlights.
Really?
Like a deer, you'll see their eyes.
Oh yeah.
So, at nighttime you get a little bit of a oh shit, hit the brakes. Moose's eyes do not reflect headlights. So middle of the night, you're riding somewhere dark. And, that's the other thing, like I've gone to because I got to enjoying the stuff is I put more, I got more lights on the front, auxiliary lights. I'm running the co-led. So I got an extra 15,000 lumens up front besides, my custom dynamics and everything else. Like I can see pretty well at night and lighting is a huge thing, especially you look at any of these guys that are running the Hoka. Hey, they're running 2 sets, 3 sets of auxiliary lights because you're doing a shit ton of riding in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
you want to
I
keep
spent
yourself
a
as
stupid
safe as you
amount of
can.
money on lighting for the front of my bike, and I just put the same one Bryce got, the Shark Demon, and holy shit! I don't know if you've seen the light out of one of those, but that thing throws a shitload of light.
Oh, so
Yeah,
does my
yeah.
Pro Beam, but like I was riding with Shell and Wrong Way once.
Yep.
They turned on their Denali's. I might as
Mhm.
well not even have had my headlights or my lights on. That's
Yep.
no shit. And that's how they even now. I mean, I'm running the co-lights, and I'll turn those on, and it's Jesus, it's fucking amazing the difference, especially at night. It's like goddamn.
Colight, COLIGHT.
CO-LIGHT. I'm running their 4.5s.
I finally found who makes mine. Of course, now I can't remember the brand, but I thought they were Denali's, but they're not. The fuckers are bright.
No. Yeah, I looked it up. I remember I found them somewhere.
It's a weird brand. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's led-colite.com.
Yep, I found them. No,
Yeah.
they're pretty reasonably priced too. They're not super expensive.
No, and they're pretty fucking impressive. And they also, it's all, I think it's like $30. You get the harness, but it's and everything comes. It's all plug and play, fucking done.
Yep, because I'm looking for something that I can flip on with my high beams to really throw just all the light out there when I'm riding at night.
And the thing I like with, like, I have the 4.5s now. I think they're 156, but you can put the amber covers on them or take them off and just have the white. But the ambers, I prefer the amber night. Plus, it helps protect the lenses.
I like them too because you can cant them out left and right. You can't do that with mine. Mine just goes straight, and you can only aim them up or down. You said that's right. You do have the Shark Demon. How you said you like it?
Me? Oh yeah.
Mine's low. I got it. The only thing I don't like with it is the discoloring between the white. I don't know how yours is, but I get this like sort of yellow hue at the bottom.
I can't say I've noticed that too much, but I also have the 2 passing lamps on the side that are also throwing the same light. So,
okay, yeah, it's a little distracting. And mine, where it circles out, is pretty low behind the bike. I got to bring it up more. But and that's the only thing I don't like. Well, I shouldn't say the only, because now I found 2 things. The other thing that I don't like is you cannot adjust them together. You have to do them like one at a time, and that's a little. Or you can't adjust them once you get the fairing on, which is a pain in the ass. But
I saw somebody took like their phone out and they have the level on their phone, so they stuck their phone to the front of the headlight, got that, and then transferred it over to the other one, so that they were at the same angle. Like, you know how you have the bubble level on your phone?
Yeah.
I never thought to do that until I saw a short of somebody doing it. I was like, that is genius.
I just used a short, like a 7-inch level when I did my headlight. But I mean, I don't have the one. I got the Pro Beam adaptive. I don't have the ones that you guys have.
Yeah.
What a level? What do you mean? So you're using the level and just leveling them out?
Yeah. So they get an angle reading off of one, and then like you aim one, get that one where you want it, then transfer the angle to the other one, measuring it off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I mean, they're like I said, it's definitely low. I hadn't a chance to try it in like total dark yet, but the high beam's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like opening up.
Even pointed right, and the high beam's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're unleashing the power of the sun with that thing. It just throws an ungodly amount of light.
I wasn't sure how I'd like the. I know a lot of people were concerned about the look. I really like the way it looks on my bike. It's very different. It stands out.
I could care less how it looks. I just want to be able to see at night.
Well, and then be seen during the day.
Mm-hmm.
The other flip side, I look at it.
Well, because my my driving lights, or whatever you want to call them, that are on the front cover on the fender. I think they're freaking phenomenally bright. Like I think they're brighter than the headlight at times. Well, not the new one, but
yeah, because I got a set of fog lights on my calipers, and I have the co-lights on my crash bars.
I like I like it when they're on the fender, because with the Road Glide it pivots.
Yeah, so same on the brake calipers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You're putting it somewhere where it's going to pivot rather than having a fixed light. Shall I? Performance bagger. That. It's performance bagger looking. Me riding it. That, yeah, I was looking at the custom dynamics ones. I like yours. They're yellow ones. I think that's really cool.
I have the yellow lenses I can pop in the lights on the calipers, but I just left them white.
I like that. I like how low they are too.
But then my other ones I put amber on the co-lights for the larger ones.
You can't beat that.
No, I can see really good tonight, I'll tell you that.
Do you find the amber actually works for you, or?
I like it a lot better than the clear, yeah.
I've heard a lot of mixed. Some people love it. Some people say it doesn't do much. I've never tried it myself, so I really don't know.
No, mine, it works really well, and I prefer to leave the amber on there instead of running the clear.
That's
but I mean, I have mine slightly twisted, so they're going just at a very slight angle, so I illuminate ditch to ditch.
Yep.
And the nice thing, like, with some of these rides I do, though you'll have 3 or 4 or 5 of us running. Well, we'll hit some of those, 4-lane highways. You got 2 lanes going each way in the middle of the night. We're 5 bikes wide running suicide side by side with everybody's lights on. And
oh yeah,
Jesus Christ, man, it's fucking daylight.
Yeah, when I was going down to Maryland with Bike Spears and Brews, I stayed behind him just to hold a formation, but I was considering a few times jumping into the other lane and throwing on my high beam just to throw extra light out there.
Man, I would, especially nighttime. The more light you can get, fucking hey, why not?
That is the one nice thing with the Shark Demon is it definitely gives you ditch to ditch. Like I was surprised how far those lights come out.
Yeah.
I have to aim them this week. I'm looking forward to trying it. I put the fairing back on because I want to ride to work, and now I got to take everything apart. Like I said, that's the only downside I see. But once you get it right, you get it right. It's just it felt like it was more of a. I didn't feel like dealing with it the other day, but yeah, I mean I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like at night. But it's they're sweet.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go give it a shot.
Yeah.
You can't.
Hey, Doc, I had a set of those on my old truck. Those things were stupid bright.
I've had sets of those on my old Toyota. I used to have 6 of them across the front of it.
Yep. I had 2 of them. They were 110 watts a piece, and those were stupid bright.
They would put out some heat.
Oh,
I had a friend of mine actually turned some on when he had the covers on and melted the covers.
Yep. I turned them on in the middle of a snowstorm and not a bit of snow stuck to them.
Oh yeah.
They melted as soon as it hit the glass.
Yeah, that's it, Shane. That's what we were talking about. The Corey has them in his Street Glide. He has the Shark Demon, the single, and I have the Shark Demons in my Road Glide. They're we were just talking, I don't know when you got here, but we were talking. Mine hasn't been fully aimed yet. It looks great. And Corey's got his fully aimed and loves it. So the high beam is no joke on those things at all. I heard too, and I'm really surprised that the second version, the one I have, is actually brighter than the original. It's like 90% brighter per lens or something, they said.
And now they have a third one that's backlit with different colors, and it's supposed to bolt right into the factory.
Yeah, so well shit, Brian, I gotta jump off, buddy. I'm gonna go have some dinner.
All right. Well, keep us up to date when you become a papa.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for the invite. Hanging out tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
From the road in somebody else's little studio.
Yeah, you gotta get a mic like that now.
Yeah. Next time we see Dow,
I got a boom stand and everything for mine, but I just like the tabletop mount that I use at home.
All right. You gotta get that
no, man. This thing is pretty fucking fancy.
Oh yeah.
Just walk out with it. He's gonna have a kid. He's gonna be distracted. Just take it.
Exactly. He'll never know.
Just pack it right in your back in your carry-on. You'll be good.
Yeah. Be like, I don't know.
No, we drove, man. It was fucking 1,500 and something miles to get down here.
Oof.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
But think of all the pot you can bring back. So
It's legal in Washington too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Bye, top right.
Yeah. So, all right, man. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right. See you, sir.
Good night, man.
Yeah, I think that they've done a really nice job with that light. It's
Oh yeah.
I was a little hesitant about, well, not hesitant, but it's just like I said, it's not streamlined as far as the process, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it'll do.
Yep. See, on my street glide, it wasn't too bad. It was 2 bolts to bolt it into the bracket. Then I think it was maybe 4 or 5 screws to get it into the bike itself.
Now, can you still use the original, for lack of a better word, the aiming bolt?
That entire assembly comes out. It comes with a whole new assembly, and that screws in. So it comes with a whole new aiming group.
Okay, because yeah, that's what mine did. It has the top bracket, and then it has the individual brackets for each light. It wasn't that hard to put in. I actually have to take it out to do the video because I can take it out, redo it again because I had an issue with the video. The good part though is because the lights are on that mount. As long as I don't take the mount off the the light off the individual mounts, I can just pop back in. They should be pretty close.
Yep.
But yeah, I got to reshoot the whole video. But they also had to send me parts because the vent lights that I have don't fit what you expect. The vent lights that I have with the configuration I have don't fit, but they have a new piece now that allows you to use them, because I really do like the I was thinking about taking them off, but I really do like the way that the vents have the grills. I think it looks cool.
Yep.
It'll stop flying animals from jumping in your vent. Well, not everything, but a good amount at least. I'm taking my my Probe Glow lowers off and putting standard lower lights on there too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have the color changing ones, right?
Yeah, the headlight's not Pro Glow, so I'm going to take the lower lights off and then just put the Pro Glow system like Tweedle has, like the like motor lights and the bag lights. I'm going to put them on. I haven't put them on yet, but the yeah, I wasn't. I like the fairings. The lower, the lights are cool, but I don't really use them that much. And the thing that drives me crazy with those is the whites are off. The whites aren't custom dynamic whites. You know how they have that like really intense whiteness?
Yep. It's like that super bright pure white versus kind of a yellowy.
It has this really like strange blue hue to it. You can't get it out. And I'm like, it looks really bad because when you put it on versus the other lights, because I've got the turn signals, the fairing lights, the whole bit, it really pops out. So you can't run them at the same time because it drives my OCD crazy. It's like, no, it's got to be white.
Yep. Yeah, that's the only other set of lights I want to put on my bike is those lower vent lights.
Yeah.
Once that's done, like I think I'm done with lighting. That's everything that the bike can take without looking overly lit.
And see, that's where I'm torn, right? Because I have the top fairing lights, I have the grill lights, and then I have the turn signal lights. Do I really want to go with lower lights? I don't know.
I think the lowers, just because that's a big empty space, is okay. But like, with the Batwing, you have that little vent fairing.
Okay.
There's another set of lights you can put in there. There's lights you can put that go down the side.
Okay.
To me, those are too much light. You get to the point of.
I don't know if I still have the video. I mean, but if you guys know Colin Bronco Rider, he used to do a ton of work with custom dynamics, and I had a chance to meet him down where in OC. He turns on his bike, it's almost comical because he's got the headlight that does the bloop bloop bloop, the whatever it's called, but the it's pretty cool.
I swear his bike causes UFO sightings.
Yeah, when he turned it on, I'm like, this looks even crazier in person.
Yep. I remember, was it the first Baggers and Brews I met him? And when I saw him turn his bike on, I was like, okay, like that to me, that's too much. Like I mean, there's not too much. You can't throw enough light on to not be seen at night. But to me, it was like, that just between the vent and the side strips, and he's got everything on it.
Yeah, the only thing I think with that is, like you said, once you go above that, you start getting target fixation. situation.
Yep.
You're so like, especially in New Hope, like when we went to back roads, it's so dark, and now you're just this giant blob of light.
Right.
But it's kind of one of those things. Tweedle, I think you'll like the Shark Demon. It's really cool. I like the look. It's definitely a lot more aggressive. And if you can get, well, you won't only be able to get the 2s now. We were just talking earlier that I don't want to say it's double, but I swore they said it's like 90% per light unit brighter. So it's like some ridiculous amount. They tell you the lumens and all that. I can't remember what it is, but it's crazy.
Yep.
It's they're sweet.
Yeah, it's.
Kel has the adaptive light. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was just. I had the JW speaker. JW speaker was the OEM for the Harley Daylighter, and it is at least twice, if not 3 times, brighter than that thing was.
Yeah. And I say too, I think makes very similar to the adaptive headlight that Custom Dynamics has. That's what Denver has. He has the tool. He has the 2 adaptive headlights for his Road Glide. They're pretty cool.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's who's making it for Custom Dynamics.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and they look so similar. But that's the thing anymore. I feel like all the lights are different. What would you call it? Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey,
they're definitely, how would you say it? There's definitely a lot of very similar lights on the market, and when you look at them, you're not quite sure whose lights they are.
Oh, there you go. Fat Glide just said it. JW speaker is still printed in the Custom Dynamics housing. So
really, that's the interesting thing I thought with the just drawing a blank. Oh, with my Chromeworks air filter. It's just a Arlen S big sucker. It actually says that, like when you open it up, it's got the big sucker filter in it. I'm like, oh, that's a little interesting.
Well, I've got the Fuel Moto air intake, and I'm pretty sure that they just take the SNS stealth intake and machine SNS off of it and then sell it as their own.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of that. And I don't, it's interesting too, because the price bump is so substantial depending on where you're going with it. It's it's interesting. I don't know. And it's interesting too, because there's a lot of brands you've never heard of, but it's basically it's almost the same thing.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of knockoffs, but then there's customers or companies that'll go to an OEM like JW Speaker and say, we want to sell that light under our brand.
Yeah.
And they'll rebrand it, rebox it, and sell it to them.
Yeah, it's definitely how do I say this? It's definitely a market where there's a lot of similar stuff, or it's just been rebranded. You see that a lot with gear too. I've seen a lot of companies that make it, and it's just it's their gear, but with a different logo slapped on it. I'm trying to think who it is. It's not Vance and Hines.
No.
Somebody makes a glove that's identical to the Indy Ridge glove. The denim leather. It's the same glove, but with a different name stamped on it. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Motorcycle screw tools. What is that? Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, what is that?
Huh. Okay.
So he's referring to Dr. Harley. What did Doc say?
He just said hello, and that was the response.
Yeah. I'm scrolling back just to see if he mentioned anything else. I don't see it, though.
They actually sent me highway pegs I have to put on the bike.
Yep.
They make.
I've seen a lot of this stuff lately. I keep seeing it on Amazon too.
Yeah, it's definitely they definitely make a lot of stuff. The highway pegs, the short arm highway pegs that I got in are really solid. The pegs themselves, not the pegs, the actual floor pegs, whatever I call them.
Floorboard.
No, not the floorboard, but the actual highway pegs.
Oh, okay.
The pegs themselves are substantial.
Mhm.
I don't know quite as heavy as OEM, but they're certainly more than adequate. You know, like the real flimsy ones that you see out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dixon's got gloves out now. They've got a vest out now. They've got a lot of stuff.
Who does?
Dixon.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're making a lot of. They're expanding their branding, so they're making a lot more things just other than the Dixon
Yep.
standard
flannels.
shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few of their flannels. They're nice. They actually have a really nice, like light summer, almost like a golf shirt.
Yeah, the bamboo shirts are really
Yeah.
nice.
Those are comfy.
Remind me to hit you up after the show. I may have some flannels for you.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna do a review on it, but Flannel Go, it's a company I've never heard of before. But they're not like Dixon's. You know, where Dixon's are the like wind resistance. You know, you don't get these are actually like legitimate flannels, but they're
Like a heavy winter flannel.
yeah. Well, they make thinner ones and then they make heavy ones, but the I don't know if you've ever seen any of the Harley like button-up flannels, the ride flannels. They're heavier than that. Like
I can't say I don't go into dealers too often, so
yeah, the one that I've got is well, I have two. One's a little bit lighter. The other one's like wearing a damn jacket.
Mhm.
And it's just a flannel. I mean, it's not like it's a jacket flannel. It's pretty crazy. I'm looking
Nice.
forward to that. Cool, man. So any winter mods? I know you're hanging out with Doc a lot. You're gonna do any big mods or
I mean the bike's pretty heavily modded as is. I mean it's got the stage 2. Like I said, I wanna upgrade the stereo. Lights are in a pretty good position. Body fairings all in good shape. There's not a whole lot left for me to do to that thing, really.
yeah. I think that's that's kind of like the pro and the con, right? It's fun doing it, but then when you kind of run out of things to do, you're like, oh damn, there's nothing to do now.
Yep. But
although
then
I
I
have
get
stuff
just
to do
go
that
out and ride the hell out of it.
Yeah, I got to finish my lighting, and then once that's done, I think I'm pretty much, other than switching my bags out, maybe pretty much done. But
What are you gonna do for bags?
I'm thinking about Advance sent me the extended bags, but
Oh, you don't have extended on yours?
no. But what's really funny is that I have the CVO fender.
Yep.
But I didn't realize, and you know, maybe somebody didn't catch. It doesn't matter. I didn't realize that the extended bags don't work with the CVO fender. They work, but they have a weird gap between them. It has like almost like a triangular gap. They're not smooth the way they should be. So I'm going to see about getting the CVO ones because with the CVO rear, it looks cool because that color combination is pretty rare. And with the CVO fender, like it looks like a CVO, you know, it's not, but I really do like the tapered bags of the CVO. I think they look really cool. My only, I don't know, well, somebody inside chat, I don't know, but I don't think with the extended bags, if you drop the bike, I think the bars will catch it with the CVO bags. With the extended bags, it won't. And that would be my only concern is if you're riding, you know, you're out on a trip, you drop that thing, you bust a bag. That's not going to be a good trip.
Yeah.
But
so where you need a set of like the Santoro bag guards.
Yeah, I don't think that the extendeds that they make I don't think they make a bag guard for those.
I don't know, those bag guards stick out significantly farther than the Harley ones do.
Okay, I'll have to look. But yeah, I was a little bummed because the bags look awesome on the bike, but then when you look at the back of it, they don't look right.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm going to get the CVO fender and have it supposed to look like a CVO where everything's just sort of looks like one piece, I want to at least make it work. So I'll probably do that. I think that'd be the last thing. I don't know there's much more to do.
Yep. Well, could you do like a Dominator fender to fit to go with
the bag?
I
was talking to Monk about that.
style.
My only concern with that, though, I don't like that fender. It's just a preference thing. I like that the CVO one is beefy, right?
Mhm.
It's she thick. You know, it's got that really like they got that really thick look to the back, and that's what I really like about it.
Mhm.
Um, I just don't know. I think the Dominator fender's got too much flair to it. All right, Corey's saying we got to wrap this up soon. What do you think, Corey? Give it like 15 more minutes. You good with that?
Sure. I'm good.
The CVO and the HD stretch bags on the special one at the ground. Yeah, and that's kind of where Q, thanks. That's where I want to go, because the extended bags, if you drop that thing, that would suck.
Mhm.
I've been known to drop my bike once or twice. Yeah, and that's really the thing. I would hate to put those bags on there and then drop the bike and they're all busted up, and now I gotta deal with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the CVO bags I think look really cool too. They're big enough, but and it doesn't hide my pipes, because I've got the Chromeworks with the what do they call it? The clips finish. That's a
Mhm.
CVO finish. It's because that's who makes their OEMs.
Yep.
But yeah, don't
Yeah, it's
drop
like
your.
a darker chrome.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking
That's a
color.
really nice color.
Yeah, I was kind of hemming and hawing about that, and then when I got them in, I was like, damn.
Mhm.
They were worth. I mean, they're not cheap. I mean, but we bought the full system, but I knew that going in with the bike
Yep.
that it would have to be replaced. But yeah, it's we're getting really close to winter, and that's going to suck. But
Mhm.
you know, now that I broke my heated grips,
I'll tell you, mine were acting a little funky the other day. The little dial that you rotate on the left grip was turning way too freely. I smacked the end of it, and it started feeling right again. But
yeah, and I don't know if I told you, I was telling Frank that the way the bar or the way the grip is definitely come out off the spleen, so that's why it was
yep.
free spinning. I didn't think about it free spinning would break the wire for the heated grip, because it happened while I was riding. So
You'd have to rotate it a couple of times around, because that's on its own. There's a couple inches of wire there that.
well, it got rotated a bunch of times because it when I was riding home, it kept spinning.
Oh, okay.
Good, I met.
You can pop that cap off and probably figure out where it belongs. See, like you can pop that. There's just a plug that plugs into the end of the grip there, so you can pull that plug free.
Okay, I wasn't
Uncool
sure
it,
if I
and
would
then
have
plug it
broken
back
it.
in.
That's what I was concerned about, because I didn't. To be honest, I wasn't thinking about it being plugged in, because
Yep.
I made a turn and the whole grip went spinning forward. I'm like, that's not good.
Yep. Now, as long as the grip still heats up, you should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it heated up for me. Good night. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it was going to heat up still. But yeah, maybe we can salvage it. Maybe we can't.
Mhm.
But yeah, it just is what it is. I never saw that happen, and I didn't think to. Kind of like, all right, don't touch it. I was so pissed off. I was like,
Yep.
fuck. But yeah, man. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this. The cap on the throttle grip can spin. No, it wasn't the cap, Doc. I put a short up. I don't know if you saw it, but the grip came off the, I don't know, the spleen, whatever you call it. So it was just free spinning, because I guess it dropped
It
out.
was ratcheting over the splines, like the splines had slipped to the very tips, and
Just the tips.
yeah,
But yeah, it was free spinning. So we're gonna have to. I don't know if you can. Harley would even sell me just one grip, but we'll see.
no,
It's
I
not.
think you have to buy the whole set.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't. The heated grips are nice, but I could certainly live without
Mhm.
them.
But even if that were to happen, I don't think it's the heated grip that would have failed. You'd have to replace the throttle sensor, because that's built into the throttle sensor.
No, I don't mean that. I'm saying that the actual heated part. I think I broke the cabling off it.
I'm saying that cable is built into the heated. I think that's cable is built into the grip sensor, not the. Or I could be backward. I'm not sure if it's
Hopefully,
built into the grip or if it's built into the
hopefully
throttle.
it's got something on there that was made that if it catches to pop off without it
Yep.
ripping. But we'll see. You know, got
Yeah,
to.
I mean, fire the bike up, take it for a ride, crank the heat up, and
Yeah,
You
well, I got to
you
fix the grip
know,
first.
yeah.
I got to push it up. I heard it's not that hard to do. You got to
No,
take the casing off, and it's got like a groove in the casing. I don't know.
you probably don't even need to take the casing off. Just back the screws out a couple of turns, push everything in, and then tighten it up again.
Okay. Because it's definitely that. Because when it goes to the down position, it spins. When you push it up towards the mirror, for lack of a better word, it locks up and it works as it should.
Yep.
I can try it tomorrow. Awesome.
Yeah. I think it's a T20 or
T26,
T25 torque, or it might be a T27 Torx.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 2 screws on the pad. You should be able to slide the entire grip in. Should fix it.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I just got T handles because I'm feeling cool now.
Nice. I actually saw a Street Glide with a set of T-bars, and they actually looked really good on it.
Okay.
I was kind of surprised.
I was talking about the T-bar, not T-bar, but the T-handled hex tips.
Yep.
I was being silly. But cool, man. I think, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody hanging out. This was completely an impromptu thing that we did this afternoon. But I definitely do. This has been 6 months since we've done our last live. So, guys, I really appreciate everybody hanging out. And Corey, you got anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug?
Nope.
All right. We got
go out, ride, have fun. That's all.
There you go. Got some interesting content dropping soon. So, well, actually, better be this weekend because that might be like 5 weeks off. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. We will see you soon. Please remember you're not alone. Thanks, everybody.